Portion with me. I was really torn about whether or not I was going to make this video, but I think it's important. This is the video I was looking for. I was like, what's going to go on? I'm making that video for anyone else who needs to know what's going to go on. Now, I decided to have the pill abortion. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, of my first baby, I had to do the whole ultrasound process. That really did not bang with me. I goes to the second appointment.
So first off, how incredibly heartbreaking that we are celebrating the killing of an innocent human being. Second, how heartbreaking for you that you know the humanity of the unborn because you saw your first child on an ultrasound, which then stopped you from intentionally taking the life of that child. So you know that this child is a human being and there's no denying that. So much so that you couldn't go through with the fact of seeing your child again on an ultrasound. It's heartbreaking. Not to mention how incredibly dangerous it is to go through the abortion process without having a prior ultrasound. But let's take a look at the rest of her process.
So that I'd be ready to go down with that second pill. After I put the baby to sleep and cleaned my whole fucking house, mental health, decided to get started on these second pills right before bed, because this is the one that's going to bring...
So it got cut off a little bit there at the end, but she said this is the pill that's going to bring on the cramping. The laboring that you'll be doing at home while you pass your deceased child. It's not cramps, you're going through labor.
Y'all, you know what I mean? I would rank it like a 6 out of 10. But pro tip, you're gonna take the ibuprofen before you take the second pill. That's a mistake that I made. But after the ibuprofen kicked in, I was like, okay, we up, we out. I did a little hair mask, I did a little face mask. I was feeling good. Like, honestly, at this point, it just kind of feels like a heavy...
I just don't understand how we are making a video and we are laughing and joking about going through the abortion process, something that is supposed to be not, a great thing, not a fun time, so pushed against us by the pro-choice community that women don't like having abortions, but we're sitting here watching this video as we're laughing and giggling and talking about hair masks and all these things that we're doing while your child is being starved and poisoned, and you are laboring at home. It does not make sense.
The fastest option that I found was going through a telehealth visit. I actually went to NYC Health. Planned Parenthood is also a great same-day option. They're not open on weekends in New York. The other option you have is going through Hey Jane, which will mail it straight to your house.
So first off, the abortion process is not a safe procedure. And for us to now be promoting the fact that you can get the abortion pill through telemedicine or same day, like blah, 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 makes it so easy. Let's remember, there was no prior ultrasound. You could be farther along than you think you are, and you're telemedicine or having the abortion pill sent to your house, and now you're laboring and you're delivering this, farther along child than you think it is. Let's think back to when Planned Parenthood prescribed that teenage girl the abortion pill, and she gave birth to her 30-something week son in the toilet at her house by herself because there was no prior checkup or anything to see how far along this girl was. They just telemedicined her the abortion pill. There is something so incredibly messed up about this pro-abortion agenda that's being pushed in society that we are literally telling women that you shouldn't get an ultrasound because you're going to see that your child is a human being. You're going to see that your child isn't a clump of cells. They are beating, their heart's beating, they're moving, they're a living human being. And because of that, you shouldn't see your child on an ultrasound because you might not choose abortion because of it. Yeah, you might not. You might see that your child's a human being, and it might shock you back to reality and see the humanity in the unborn. How is that a bad thing? How is it a bad thing to bring the humanity back into the unborn and stop discriminating against a group of human beings because they're different than us, or they're younger than us, or they're in a different environment because they're in their mother's womb? That does not change the fact that they are human beings. That video was so incredibly heartbreaking to watch. One, for the mother who is now going to have to carry that for the rest of her life, that she had to go through the abortion process and watch and go through losing her child to abortion. Two, for her other child who has now lost their sibling to abortion. And then three, of course, for the unborn child who was brutally killed in their mother's womb and never got a chance at life. It's heartbreaking. And I do still feel bad for that mother for having to go through that process. I'm sure she felt like she didn't have another option other than abortion, and that's really heartbreaking, and my heart really, really does go out to you because I know how scary it is. But at the same time, we need to stop celebrating it. There is no reason to be celebrating abortion and the killing of unborn children. We could do so much better for you as a mother, and we could support you more. And I hope next time you find yourself in this situation that you reach out for resources and allow us to help you. But the approach you took to it was incredibly wrong and incredibly disrespectful.